team, and today we're speaking with a group of part of the seniors from this year's team. We'll get the other group here in a moment. Well, first thing we'll do is let each one of them introduce themselves, so we'll start right here.
Brian Head.
Eric Arnold.
Travis Grizzle.
Chris Quillen.
Michael Calhoun.
Jody Wolf.
Barry Wolf.
Jace Shoemaker.
All right, and as the microphone cord gets caught around Eric's head here, we'll go into the first question. I ask you, Chris, after rising through the ranks, I suppose you might say, each year, you start out in Little League football when you're real young in elementary school, then you become 8th grade players, junior varsity players, and now you're seniors. Tell me what it feels like to finally reach that point that you're a senior football player for Gate City High School.
Well, for most of us, we've been working for this since we're about 7 or 8 years old, and it's always kind of been a dream to play Blue Devil football, and now we're finally here. It's kind of hard to believe that in about 5 months it's going to be over.
All right. Tell me what kind of pressures are placed on you as seniors by your coaches and the community. Travis?
The coaches just want us to be leaders of the school. They want us to show that we're supposed to do it all. And I don't know much about the community because I guess they're just come out and watch us.
Okay. What are the most rewarding aspects to being a senior football player? Why don't you tell us about that, Mr. Wolf?
Go ahead, Mr. Wolf.
Which Mr. Wolf? Somebody tell me what's the most rewarding aspects? Come on, Steve. Tell me what the most rewarding thing about being a senior football player is.
Probably because you made it through your first 3 years and you're down to your last one, you got to make it count.
Okay, so you know you made it that far. Great. What goes through your mind after you make a really good play, Chris? You make a real good play, the crowd goes wild, so to speak, and the band cranks up a fight song maybe, and the cheerleaders cheer. What does that make you feel like?
You really don't have a whole lot of time to think about it because once the play's over, you go into the next one, and if you're thinking about it, you're going to mess up, and then coach will get after you, so you really don't have a whole lot of time to think about it.
Okay, I know it's early in your senior year today, actually being the first day of school. Tell me, is anybody thinking about next year, what you want to do for college? You may want to play college ball or anything? Anybody? What are you planning on, Mr. Wolf?
No idea.
They golf. What about you, Mr. Grizzle? Any plans?
Not at the moment. I don't know. Shut up.
Just taking it for the football season right here, right now, right? The last question I guess I want to ask, if there was one thing that the Gate City community were to remember the 1993 football team from Gate City High School as, what would that be? Mr. Head, Mr. Quillen said that you'd like to answer that, so what do you think?
I have no idea.
No idea. What about your teammate here, Mr. Arnold?
I really don't have much idea either. I guess it's just that we got big hearts and we play hard and get after people.
As workers and as team leaders? All right. Okay, I appreciate y'all talking to me, and we'll get the next group of seniors here in just a moment. There's a total of 17 seniors on this year's Gate City High School football team, and we're speaking with the remaining group at the moment. And once again, I'll have them introduce themselves, starting over here to my left.
Andy Wolf.
Alan Taylor.
Danny Houseright.
Okay.
John Fisher.
Mike Lane.
John Stacy.
Wayne Gamble.
Corey McElroy.
Jamie Kearney.
All right, great. Mike, you've been kind of nominated as a spokesperson for this group, I think, so let me ask you some of the questions, and like I said, if anybody else wants to jump in and add to what Mike says, feel free to do so. Same question I asked the last group. Mike, what pressures are placed on you all as senior football players by, your coaches and your community?
Well, we have to, all the fans, when they come out, want us to keep what we done last year, and that's a lot of pressure on us to try to defend our regional championship.
Okay, so it's just a lot of pressure to live up to the past year's expectations from the community?
Yes.
Okay, everybody agree with that? Anybody want to add anything? Okay. What are the most rewarding aspects to being a senior football player for Gate City High School?
Well, you've been with the program for about 4 years, and I guess
Just knowing that you have lasted for 3 years and now it's your final 4th year and you're ready to lead the team as the team captains and as the team leaders?
I guess.
Just knowing that you've stuck with it that long, I guess. What goes through your mind after you make a really good play and the crowd and the cheerleaders, really support you and go wild? Now, Mike's saying that Mr. Taylor, Mr. Taylor, right? Yeah, wants to answer this question. So what about that?
Well, it sort of like gives you a surge of adrenaline, and it helps you go through the rest of the game with a good boost.
So the crowd support really is important, and we and all the football players, we at Channel 30 want to urge everybody in the community to come out and support this team this year. What do you all plan on doing after this year's over? Anybody have college plans, or what do you want to do? You want to continue playing football?
Well, I'm planning on going to college. I haven't really decided if I was going to play football for a college year or not.
So just kind of taking the season as it comes and then seeing what develops a little later on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If there was one thing that the Gate City community were to remember the 1993 Blue Devils from Gate City High School for, what would it be?
Our determination and the hard work we put out for the community.
So you want the community to remember you as workers, right?
Yeah.
Anybody have anything to add to that? What about you?
Not at this moment.
Okay. All right. You are a hard bunch to get to say anything, I tell you. I appreciate y'all talking to me, and Channel 30 wishes you all the best of luck this year, and we'll be there every football game watching you score those touchdowns and hopefully having a winning and victorious season again for Gate City High School. For the Big Blue Preview Show, this has been Daniel Darty. We're now speaking with Gate City High School's head football coach and athletic director, Nick Collarbro. Coach Collarbro, now that the football team has been practicing for several days, tell me what has been most impressive to you by their performances.
Well, so far, we're finally getting a little bit of hot weather in here during the season itself. First week we had real good weather as far as getting out there and working, and we've got an awful lot of things thrown at them, both offensively and defensively. And finally the heat's popped out the other day, and it's kind of questioning our intestinal fortitude, so to speak. And the kids have responded well, and we're tickled to death with their effort and how far along we are right now. We still got a lot of question marks, but if we can just keep putting one foot in front of the other and making progress, we feel like we're going to be all right.
Okay. Of course, every year a football team has to restructure itself from the loss of the previous year's seniors. What changes, if any, are going to be made in this year's format of this year's team?
Well, as you know, you've been covering this for a long time. Every year we lose some outstanding seniors, not only as athletes but as people. I hate to mention any of them because you always leave somebody off, but I believe the two biggest people that we lost as far as recognition, of course, is Kelvin and Nathan. We've taken away probably 2/3 of our offense last year. They graduated. Of course, they'll be the first two to tell you that without the guys up front like the Chris Marshalls, the Jason Johnsons, et cetera, we wouldn't have done anything. But, we got some kids coming forward and having to step in and do their jobs there. And right now it's still pretty cloudy on who's going to be where. Hopefully we'll find out a whole lot tomorrow night against Science Hill.
Okay, that's right. You got a scrimmage coming up tomorrow. First dress rehearsal, I suppose, for the team against another one. While we're talking about that, what do you expect from that game tomorrow?
Well, Coach Turner and I, this will be our second year together. Coach has been there 2 years now, and both of us look at it as a teaching tool. You go over there, sure, you want to try to win the scrimmage. I don't think any competitor plays without trying to win, but we may look at just one or two offensive things and maybe one or two defensive things. He may be doing the same thing. We really don't know. It's just finally fun to get out and play against somebody else that you're not very familiar with. They don't know what you're doing, and you don't know what they're doing. Just go out there and play. That's the fun part about it, and we're looking forward to that.
Okay. Earlier you mentioned seniors leaving and those people who will fill their positions, not sure yet. What are some names that you're throwing around in your head?
Well, in the backfield, of course, we got Barry back at QB and Brian Head and Joey McBride. All three of those kids are doing a real good job. We've got a large group of running backs that we're working. We're working Eric Arnold, We're working the Clayball twins, Matt and Hank Clayball. We're working Jody Wolf. We're working Barry Summit running back and Eric Summit at fullback. We're just mixing that group up pretty much with Mike Lane getting some work in there also.
Coach Colorado, tell me about the preliminary reports coming from other teams in the Highlands District. I realize it's still early yet, but what are you hearing from the other teams? Are there any preseason rankings out yet for the Highlands?
The rankings themselves aren't out just yet. Everybody right now is just waiting. This is everybody's first weekend scrimmage. We're going to go check out Sullivan North today. Most of the district schools will be scrimmaging either tonight, tomorrow, or Saturday. So the talk will be out next week pretty hard. Right now, everybody's like we are. They've been in practice for 7 or 8 days and got a lot of question marks, just wanting to go against somebody else to see where they are. Coming off of last year's victories, seasons, you got to pick Lehigh and Abingdon up there because they were the co-champs. Marion's got an outstanding fullback back. Virginia High's been real quiet coming from their camp, and also John Battle. So, I expect it to be another very competitive district again this year.
Okay, what about the other teams on the schedule that aren't in the Highlands? Any reports from them? Can we expect any surprises?
Well, I don't know about surprises. Of course, everybody knows that Appalachia's coming off another state championship year. Richlands won the state championship, and we go back to their place this year. Powell Valley is always respectable. They always do a real fine job over there, and they'll be in running for the regional playoffs over there. And then, of course, Sullivan North has got a new head coach and a few new coaches over there on their staff. We understand from the people in the community that the talk is they're very excited over there at Sullivan North, and that's always a great home opener for either Gate City or North to play each other. So we're looking forward to it.
Okay. By this time, most people know that Gate City's school colors have returned to, I guess, what might be called the traditional dark blue. What prompted the change, and what is the darn? I lost my question.
You know I'm going to answer just like I did the other day. You know I'm going to answer you just like you did
That's
the other
fine.
day. Just so you know that.
All right.
You think I'm lying? That's what I said the other day.
I'll find out.
Okay. All right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3. Coach Colabro, by now most people in the community know that the school colors have returned to the traditional dark blue. What's prompted the change?
Well, be quite honest with you, I work for Scott County, and my main boss right now, immediately over me, is a gentleman by the name of Mr. Jim Dister, and he made a suggestion last year, would we go back to the dark blue? And I said, no problem. I said, if that's what he really wants to do, that's what we've done. It's done. It's over. I hope everybody enjoys it. We're just looking forward to playing football no matter what colors we have on.
Okay. Do you have any closing comments you'd like to tell the community? I know you want everybody to come out and support the team this year. Any additional comments?
I'd just like to say thank you, of course, to Channel 30 and all the things you've done for us in the past. And, of course, thank all our great fans that we've had in the past. Last year, Gate City High School had an outstanding year athletically, not just football. We had really a fantastic year. We finished 5th in the state in overall points for an overall team trophy. And that's outstanding. We feel like we had 10 teams that went beyond district play into regional play out of 11 sports. We had 2 state runner-ups. And, of course, we'd like to go a little bit better than that this year. We don't know if we can or not. We just know that the kids and the staff have worked hard, and we're going to try to do the best we can. And hopefully the people from Scott County and Gate City get behind us and show us the support as they always have.
Okay, Nick Colabro, best of luck to the football team this year. Appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
For the Big Blue Preview Show, this has been Daniel Daugherty. Wait a minute. I won't have an introduction. I'll ask you the first question straight on because I'm going to do an introduction in the studio. Mr. Dishner, tell me a little bit about the first day of school today here at Gate City High School.
Well, the first day was a little bit like it was last year. We were well organized, seemed like. The students knew where they were supposed to go. The schedules went extremely well. It's really been a great opening day for us.
Okay, as I was walking through the halls a moment ago, I noticed the heat, and I heard a lot of teachers and students both complaining about it. Is the school board considering any options for the heat here this time of August, and maybe letting school out early or something to that effect?
Well, as far as I know, of course, they're going to keep their options open. Weather is up to Mother Nature, and I really don't know. I think they'll probably wait and see what happens next week and what the extended forecast goes. As far as the building itself goes, it's pretty warm, especially in the afternoon. And actually all the classrooms upstairs gets about 10 degrees warmer than the downstairs. But fortunately, I would like to thank the school board for buying some fans. So we do have at least one fan, sometimes two fans in each room. So that's helping somewhat.
Okay, I guess that does help a lot. Tell me about the schedule this year's school year. Are there any major changes in the formats?
Well, not really any major changes in the format of the schedule. We are offering primarily the same courses that we had offered in the past. I will say that the classes are fuller than what they normally have been in past years. I attribute a little bit to it for the fact that we have enrollment increase by about 35 students, so that increases the numbers throughout the day in all the classes. So our classes are a lot fuller than what they have ever been, and the schedule, personnel-wise, is stretched really about to its fullest capacity that we can probably handle right now.
Okay, as the coordinating principal, you of course have jurisdiction over both the high school and the middle school. Tell us how things went at the middle school, especially with the 7th graders coming up for the first time.
It went extremely well, probably the best opening day that we have had in middle school history. We had an orientation, actually I guess it was Wednesday or Tuesday night, and then yesterday morning for 7th graders and their parents who wanted to come up and check out what their 7th grade schedules were or was going to be, and they could go to their rooms, they could find out where their lockers were, they could even get their books and locks for their lockers and so on. So the students, the 7th grade, the new ones, seemed to know exactly where they needed to go. They felt a lot more comfortable with everything, and it was really a good opening day for the middle school. It really was.
Okay, Jim Dishner, thanks so much for talking to Channel 30 today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.